Smarter than what? My grandchild. All of you got photos of your grandchildren in their wallet. Raise your hand. Nah, just before I can even say it, some hands. Yeah, I got a few too. If we aren't careful, we'll slip into boasting ourselves. Not meaning any harm, but listen to the tenor of our conversation sometimes. When we see someone that's not doing maybe so well, we say, I work hard. Careful for what I got. What is that? Does that suggest that he didn't? We never know, If working hard would make you rich, my daddy would have died a billionaire. I wish I had help. If working hard would make you rich, from the days I spent under the tobacco pond until I graduated to the fields and would be out there wet with the dew until the sun dried the clothes on my back, and then I wet them again with sweat until the sun dried again on my back. I'd be pretty well off myself if hard work. But James said, what is your life? Then he answers. He said, your life is a mist. You know what a mist is? I see it like ladies, when you puff that perfume this morning, all right, that was a mist. Yeah. I see it as a puff of smoke, yes, or steam, a vapor. A mist is here and it's gone. He says, James says, that's what your life is. It's just like a vapor. And as well known as the McClam family is in that little town of Lake City, where everybody used to know everybody, I can go there right now, and there are a whole lot of people that don't even know who I am, and when I'm dead and gone, they still won't know anything about who I am, because I have become insignificant in the scheme of things in that community. Your life is but a vapor. So don't strut, because you got this. Don't hold your head so high because you got that. Because I want you to understand, if I don't get anything else said this morning, that life cannot be lived from the outside inwardly. Life must be lived from the inside outwardly. It's not what you got, it's who got you and what's inside of you. So be careful. Because you got disposition. All right. Come on now. Get too high sometimes and get beside yourself. And you get so crazy you just do whatever, it don't matter. You just hurt anybody. Family or no, it doesn't matter. Then you hear the text that Reverend Roper read. There was a king, Harold, or people are strange. Harold didn't like John. Couldn't stand it. But he couldn't stay away from his preaching. Isn't that strange? Come on. Didn't like it. But the word said that he loved to be in his audience. Yes. But he was afraid of it. Sometimes people treat you the way they do because they don't really know you and they're afraid of the God that they feel emanating from you. The Lord will make you smile when folks just know they got you down when they know that they have delivered the knockout punch.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
God let you stand there as if you didn't feel a thing.
Yes.
Our life is not defined by material possessions, nor status in society. Don't you know folks will elevate you 1 second,
Come on, preacher.
and with the other hand pull you down in the same second? Old adages that folks talk out of both sides of the mouth. They build you up depending on who they're talking to, and then they tear you down. I'm so glad that what folks say about you doesn't define who you are. Don't boast. The king got so high that he thought he could do anything he wanted, up to and including taking his brother's wife.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
It's in the book. And he didn't just take her and went out with her a couple of times or had an affair. He married her.
Yes, he did.
It's in the book. He took his brother's wife. Now here's why he didn't like John. John said, that ain't right. John said, that you shouldn't do that. And so he was mad at John. But you know who had even a worse attitude toward John? The wife that he took. When people get it in for you, y'all know here. It's in the book. Herodias said, I will get it if it's the last thing I do. And when folks want to get you like that, they become patient. And they wait on an opportune time when they see you at your weakest. And then they pounce upon you. And when folks want to get at you, there is no limit to what some folks will do to bring you down. She knew how lustful he was because he took her. Huh? So she set him up. Y'all with me? And look how she did it. She took her daughter, his niece, his brother's daughter. And that's so in for a second. And dressed her where she knew that she would be pleasing to King's eyes. In other words, she knew what he liked. Y'all don't sit here like you don't hear. She knew what he liked. And she had the gall to send her daughter. And she danced so seductively before him. And he didn't do like I heard that some of the brothers do today. Brothers, don't get mad with me. Seafood extravaganza. Don't get mad. But I heard some of the brothers say today, probably they're joking. They said, I'll give you. Come on now. Come on now. Girl, I'll give you my whole check. She ran. See, the mill was turning. I got it now. She ran, Mama, I got it. She begging, Mama, I got it. Whatever you want. Whatever. Mama coached her. Huh? Mama coached her. She said, go tell her.
All right.
That you want John the Baptist's head on a platter and you want it now.
All right. All right.
Be careful how you talk and boast in front of folks. Because God will put you on the spot where you have to do it or shut up. Now, if he didn't do it, what would his word be as a king? Because in the company of all of his friends, he had promised. And she came back in that same company and said, this is what I want. And he didn't want to do it. Now ponder that for me.
Yes, sir.
What could be worse in this world than having to do something that you really don't want to do, but you put yourself in a situation that you got to deliver or get out? So he did. John is beheaded.
Yes, sir.
What a difference a day made.
Yes, sir.
You remember John, don't you? He was the one who was preaching, crying in the wilderness.
Yes, sir.
Prepare the way of the Lord.
All right.
You do remember John, don't you? He was the one that baptized Jesus in the river Jordan. You remember John, don't you? He was there when the heavens opened up.
Yes, he was.
And the heavenly choir began to sing, and God himself announced that this is my beloved son with whom I am well pleased.
Yes.
It was concerning this same John that Jesus said, you can say whatever you want about John,
All right.
but he's the greatest.
Yes, he is.
And this John found himself in jail and sent word to Jesus. And Jesus did not come to where he was.
Right.
So much so that John wondered, is this really Jesus? And he sent word back to him, is it you, Lord, or shall I look for another?
Come on, Reverend. Come on, Reverend.
Sometimes you can be in it so deep and troubles are so heavy and burdens are so heavy, the way is so dark, and you call on the Lord and it looks like he doesn't hear you, and looks like he's not going to show up, looks like he's never going to come, but you hang on in there. God will make a way after a while.
Come on.
I'll tell you a biblical story and I'll quit because I won't be finished until I die.
All right. Amen.
In Luke's Gospel, the 12th chapter, there's a man there that God called a fool.
All right.
I didn't say that I called a fool,
Right.
because somewhere it's written that we as human beings shouldn't call each other fools.
Yes, sir. Yes.
But you know, if you call me a fool, it might not make me feel good,
All right.
but I'm not going to lose any sleep over it.
Amen.
Because what you call me is not necessarily what I am. But if God called me a fool,
Yes, sir.
then I better look around and see what's wrong with me.
Yes, sir.
In Luke's Gospel it says that there was a man whose land brought forth plenty.
Yes, sir.
And he started having a conversation with himself.
Yes, yes.
He said, my land has brought forth plenty. And I don't know what I'm going to do with all the stuff that I got. Because I got enough